I literally just brushed my teeth, and then I thought, why not show you guys my morning routine? And don't worry, we're gonna get to the point of why you clicked on this video later. But I thought I should just record a video intro showing you guys what I've been doing. So every morning I brush my teeth, wash my face, get my weigh in, of course, make my bed, do the curtains in both my room and the living room, and put everything away that I've had from the night prior, including the dishes, which I am going to do right after filming this. And then after I do my morning stuff, I make my coffee, I begin editing, and then usually within a half an hour of waking up, I'll take the dogs out. So that has been my morning routine, and it has been keeping me in check with the tidying thing. And also with the tidying thing, there's no such thing as being perfect. You're gonna have days where, what if you're sick or something happens where you can't really have time to put everything away perfectly? That's fine. Just make sure you pick up the next day when you're feeling better and put things away, get it organized, clean the dishes and whatnot. So, hey guys, enjoy the video. What's up, you guys? I've never done this before, but for today's full day of eating video, I am going to do a voiceover of what I am making. The first thing I do, because Korea does not have just egg whites for some reason, I separate 3 whole eggs, and now I save the yolks, and I like to save the yolks for my dogs. I'll just cook up the yolks plain, and then I'll give it to them as treats so that I don't waste them. I also cook the egg whites on a pan, medium heat, and I like it kind of barely cooked. I don't like my egg whites too well done. Another new thing I've been trying is having ground beef teriyaki. So what I'll do for this is I went ahead and cooked up some 93 lean ground beef, and then I measured the portion that I wanted that day. I believe it was 3 ounces cooked. And then I caramelized the teriyaki sauce on low heat before I added the ground beef and mixed it all up together. Set the ground beef on the side, and then I measured out 100 grams of cooked rice that are already prepared. And also I eyeballed about 3/4 cup of mixed vegetables that have already been cooked as well. And then I popped that in the microwave for about a minute. Because I love crunchy textures, I bought this bag of coleslaw, which isn't actually coleslaw with mayo, it's just the vegetables. And I've been just eyeballing like probably about half a cup, and I add 11 grams of this Newman's Own Caesar dressing. And the reason why I don't weigh the coleslaw like the mixed vegetables is it's not very calorically dense. I also love kimchi and pickles, so I put a side of pickles on the table and also kimchi. And I usually only have like half a pickle, which is about 5 calories. And then I have a little bit of kimchi, but not that much. If you're gonna have a lot of it, then you want to measure it. Alright guys, here is the first meal of the day. I know it doesn't look aesthetically pleasing like the beef, but it's super good. I love that it's easy to make, just 93 lean ground beef, cooked it, put some caramelized teriyaki sauce, sauteed it in there, and it's super good. I have some coleslaw with some salad dressing, and the reason why I don't weigh the coleslaw is it's very, very low calorie and high volume. And same with the vegetables. I just kind of eyeball how much vegetables I have. It's a bit less than a cup. I do weigh the rice, 100 grams of rice. I weighed the meat after I cooked it, and I also always do 3 egg whites. And then I have some sriracha sauce, and I got kimchi on the side, and I use this very sparingly. I don't use that much of it, just a little at a time, and it's very low calorie as well. And I usually have half of this pickle, which is like 5 calories. So this is the meal. So I don't know if any of you guys eat Korean food, but this ground beef, it has a ground beef texture, but it tastes like bulgogi if you've ever had it, which is like a Korean marinated meat. Put a little sriracha sauce. And I like this meal because it's high protein, moderate fat-ish, and moderate carb, and it's super filling. I am gonna put these guys in their crates, and then I'm gonna vacuum. That's another habit. I have been vacuuming twice a day, one quickly during the morning after I put them away, and then usually one in the evening after I put them away. Because if you guys do not know, corgis shed so much. I vacuumed yesterday night, and I'll show you how much hair I get during this next session. We gotta put this little girl away first. Good girl. Good girl. Go in your home. Thank you. I thought he was gonna do it automatically, but not today. Reason why I crate these guys is they're both still puppies. Reese is just over a year old. Sarah is just over 6 months old. Corgis, when they get bored, if they're not stimulated all the time, they tend to chew things they're not supposed to. And Reese, I thought he got over it, but this one day I caught him chewing on the entertainment stand in front of me while I was playing Zelda. So now I don't trust him alone. And if I do leave him home alone, these are good to have. I have 2 of these, one over there, one here. I'll attach them together and make a huge circle around him so he can't touch the furniture or chew anything up if he's bored. So next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna gather all his toys. I always put them away, and he always takes them back out. And then we're gonna get the vacuum ready. I like to start from their area, go down. This apartment is pretty easy to vacuum because it's so small. Look at that, guys. Here's the damage. I vacuum twice a day, and this, look at this. That's crazy, right? I don't even know where the dirt comes from. I think my brother was saying that they carry it in their fur. But the reason why I like this Dyson, it's so easy to empty too. Literally one button. After you're done using it, just pop it back on the charger, and then you can use it again later. One for you, sir. I think Reese actually tried escaping. He usually knows I'm giving him ice and doesn't try to get out. One for Sarah. One for you, my lady. Here we go. All right. I don't know what it is about this ice. I just love ice in my pre-workout. I've been doing it. I've been having ice in my pre-workout for years, so that's why I have it in my pre-workout. Don't mind the noise. Reese is eating his ice cube, but going to the gym right now, I think I'm going to do back and arms. And yeah, and if you guys are wondering, I have 1 scoop of high volume for pump, and then 1 scoop of just some pre-workout. And yeah, that's what I have. The next thing we are making for dinner, starting with, is boiled and baked potatoes. So I got this idea from Brian Turner, and what you do is you just get however many russet potatoes you want. I usually just use 1. I first peel it. After you've peeled your potatoes, you want to cut them into big chunks. Not too small or else they'll crumble when you boil them. And I begin boiling the water. Once it's boiling, I'll stick the potatoes in there and boil for 10 minutes. And then I'll go ahead and prep a baking pan. I'll spray some Pam spray. And then once the potatoes are done, drain the water. I just put them straight to the pan and then I'll season them there. I like to season mine with sea salt, pepper, chili powder, garlic powder, and sometimes I like to add rosemary. And before I stick the potatoes in the oven that is preheated to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, I like to spray another layer of Pam spray before it goes in to add more crispness. And you're going to bake these potatoes for 20 minutes. Alright, the next thing we're going to do is prep our patties. We're going to measure out 10 ounces of 93 lean ground beef. And then we're going to add half a tablespoon of Worcester sauce. And then we're going to add garlic powder. And I just eyeball how much garlic powder I like. I like a lot. And then we're going to season it with sea salt and pepper. And that's all based on how much you want to put in there. Once all the seasonings are added, mix it up good with your hands. And then we're going to separate them. And then we're going to form 2 patties. Next, I preheat my cast iron skillet to medium heat, but you could go ahead and use whatever pan you have at your house. And then while that is preheating, I like to prep my cheese and just have them ready. And then I'll season my patties with salt and pepper before placing them on the hot pan. You're going to go ahead and cook these 4 minutes each side, and 3 minutes into my second flip, I like to add the cheese for the last minute. And then meanwhile, I'll also toast my buns. Once the burgers are done, take them out, and I like to let them rest for a minute or 2 before serving them. And then I like to also add ketchup, mustard, onion, and coleslaw to my burger before enjoying them. Alright guys, here is the burger meal. 93 lean ground beef is used to make these burgers, and 5 ounces of them, and it's super good, super simple. This is dinner. We're gonna enjoy this with, of course, a pickle and some 0-calorie Tabasco sauce. And I have a glass of water. I also have a Michelob Ultra that I track as carbs, so it's about 24 grams of carbs that I'm tracking that as. Alright guys, I got some leftover Popeyes, so 2 mild chicken strips, so I'm gonna go ahead and just toast them or bake them in the toaster oven for like 10 minutes. And then it's like just like new. Alright guys, next up I'm gonna have half a bag of this like popcorn. Half a bag is about, let's see, half a bag is like 60 calories, I believe. And I didn't finish all the beer, so I only accounted for what I drank, so it's about like 14 carbs-ish.